That glimpse of New Orleans, Louisiana, the city that care forgot. The NBA on 2K Sports. It's a beautiful Sunday afternoon. With Steve Kerr and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Hart. The New Orleans Pelicans preparing to defend home court in this Western Conference battle. Tip-off goes to New Orleans. All fueled up and ready to go. Brought to you by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. So for the Golden State Warriors right now, on the wing, Thompson and Iguodala. It's Lee and Bogut inside, and it's Curry in at the point guard position. The shot by Evans, nobody around, and it's off from three-point range. Now a starter for his whole career. Tyreke Evans spent most of last season, Clark, as a sixth man with the Pelicans.
Yeah, and you know, Kevin, they envisioned him in a bit of a Manu Ginobili role, providing scoring and playmaking off the bench, but after they were hit with some injuries, he excelled in a starting role.
And so it's the Warriors getting on the board first. 4 on the shot clock. Gordon with it, and it's Iguodala picking him up, and the rejection by Iguodala. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. On defense, New Orleans.
And Evans, a player who makes some sense as a bench scorer. He's best with the ball in his hands, attacking off the dribble.
Offensive rebound.
An easy look there, but, you know, he misses those once in a while.
And Holiday kicks to Davis. New Orleans moving it around. And it's Gordon penetrating. And Thompson sends it back. Iguodala, the pass to Lee. Curry dishes to Thompson. The inside, working on Ashik. Lee, that's good.
And for Evans last season, the shooting was down, but he improved his rebounding and his assists. He's really working to develop his jump shot, and I know how much that would really enhance his game if he can get it to be more consistent.
Here's Gordon after the made shot from David Lee. Thompson with it, and Holiday picks him up defensively. Bogut with a screen on Holiday. It's Thompson off the drive.
Well, Klay Thompson, the son of former #1 draft pick Michael Thompson, but totally different games. His father was a big man who kind of played inside. Klay, a swing man, just a knockdown shooter from deep.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
Quality free throw shooter a year ago, about 79%.
First free throw is good. And so he's able to get 1 of 2.
The main thing there was that he got them a 2-possession lead despite the 1 miss.
Holiday attacking. Here's Ashik. And again, New Orleans has no luck. And Klay's father, Michael, often his toughest critic, he tells Klay, post those smaller guards up and don't always fade away. I can hear him saying
oh, Mike, that's why I'm laughing. Sounds just like Michael, who knew how to handle himself with his back to the goal. As a college and pro standout himself.
There's a screen. And Holiday kicks to Evans. Back to Holiday. 5 to shoot. And the Pelicans miss again.
Still looking for their first basket. 5 misses to start the game.
It's stolen by Davis. Holiday with it. Picked up by Thompson. And the foul on Drew Holiday. That is his first foul of the game.
What a great play to sacrifice his body and take the hit.
Yeah, I thought that was excellent awareness and anticipation to beat him to the spot there.
And it's Golden State's ball. Good momentum, 8 straight points. Gordon against Thompson. Lee kicks to Iguodala. Pass to Curry. 6 on the shot clock. Cashes in for a double-digit lead. Curry's got 5.
Good work to tack some more points onto this lead.
Those are the kind of possessions they can build on and begin to pull away here.
And first time out of the game called for New Orleans.
All right, New Orleans, your Pelicans dance team. Let them hear it.
Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. Davis kicks to Holiday. Right side Holiday. And it comes off the front of the rim.
Well, as far as jump shots go, that's as high percentage as it gets.
I'm not sure how that didn't go down. Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Now, you got to make a defensive adjustment here, Clark. Time to collapse inside, force the ball back out on the perimeter, make them beat you from long range. Well, we'll see if that shot breaks things open a little bit. It's been a slow start.
Hopefully that gets them on the right track here, Steve.
Curry with it. 5 points in the game. Puts it up from 12. Tries again. Bogut kicks to Curry. Picked by Lee. Curry with it. Picked up by Davis. Iguodala against Evans. Shot clock at 6. Here's Curry. Davis with the block. Gordon kicks to Evans. With some arc. Excellent D here by Iguodala.
Really good performance so far on the boards for this club.
Boy, I like the way they've done a great job carving out space under the basket when the shots have gone up.
That is good.
And the story of this game in the early stages is just how well they've been shooting the ball.
Steve, their percentage from the floor is really impressive up to this point. You know, this Golden State team is clearly on the rise, but they're not without weaknesses. A bad turnover differential and free throw differential, both things that have plagued this team.
Now here's Evans. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him.
That's just a case of two teammates working perfectly together. One setting the screen and the other using it to get that separation.
And Curry, here we go.
And you look at the free throw disparity for the Warriors. Not the most surprising stat. They're more of a jump shooting team than a slashing team. But if you're going to settle for jump shots, then you can't also turn it over at a high rate. I think that's where they have to improve.
And Steph Curry, an all-star starter last season, but he also led the league in turnovers, Clark, with over 4 games.
Well, the other side of that coin is he did set a career high in assists as well, but there's no question when you talk about him solidifying his place among the elite point guards in the league, the turnover numbers have to come down, and I'm sure he'll work on that.
It's early, but you can already make a case for Curry as one of the best shooters of all time. Really, it's a combination of his ability to hit shots, but also his ability to create his own shot. Very rare to have both those abilities.
Stephen Curry hits them both. And if you do consider Curry to be the greatest shooter already, you're in good company. Last season, Kevin Durant Clark gave his opinion that Curry is already the best.
Yeah, you know, this is going to be debated by people for a long time, and I don't know where the answer is going to land. But Curry definitely is in the equation already with his resume and record-breaking three-point shooting.
Here's Curry after Drew Holiday's score. And it's out of bounds. The Warriors able to retain possession here. All right, let's go over to the sideline with Doris Burke.
Hey, Kevin, thanks. Golden State's head coach and I were able to chat. He said a big factor in this game will be how well they limit penetration by Tyreke Evans. He said he's so unique in that he's so big and so strong and also tremendously slippery and elusive off the bounce. But we've really got to cut off his right hand and then dare him to shoot over the top. I'd rather he have a wide open look from 18, 19 feet than a clear lane to the rim any day of the week. Kevin, the marching order, pretty clear cut.
All right, Doris. Now here's Curry. He's got 13. Lee outside. Thompson sets the pick for Lee. Elbow shot is on the way. Ashik pulls it in. Pelicans trail by 12. Holiday with it. And it's Iguodala picking him up. Shot by Gordon, wide open. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time.
It's been a very efficient first quarter for him. He's creating good opportunities and converting those that he creates.
And Curry, here we go. Bogut the pass to Iguodala. Outside Curry. There's the dish to Thompson. Tried to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Evans kicks to Davis. Deflects the pass. Thompson against Davis. Thompson dishes to Iguodala. It's Thompson off the drive. And it's Anthony Davis with the rebound. Davis has got his third rebound tonight. Here's Gordon. And Thompson sends it back. And they're on the break. Iguodala with it, and Holiday picks him up defensively. Lee trying to get open. Thompson with the bucket.
Boy, Kevin, I like the way they've come out here. I mean, they're shooting it well and with confidence from outside. Just a good, strong start for them.
Timeout called here. The Pelicans decide to talk it over. And as we get a break here, important for the teams to go over their own strategy. And for the players, this is where you have a chance to get rehydrated with Gatorade. So put out your best effort as the game wears on, guys.
You know, it's amazing when you're playing during a season, if you go through a stretch where you don't hydrate, it can have a major physical toll on you. Your body wears down quicker, you don't recover as fast, and that can really take its toll over the course of an 82-game season.
And here's Fredette. After the three-pointer from Klay Thompson, here's Davis. Pelicans keep it alive.
Klay Thompson. That's his first personal foul.
In a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Warriors.
Well, they've definitely had the hot hand from the three-point line so far. Always nice to start out like that.
You know, it also hasn't taken them long to make their mark in the paint. I mean, they're doing a lot of their scoring from in there.
Boy, it really does come down to confidence sometimes, doesn't it?
Boy, Kevin, you said a mouthful there. Confidence, such a thin line, because when you're confident and you're feeling it, then you tend to knock shots down comfortably. But when it's the opposite, then you start thinking about it, and that's no way to play the game.
Everything's going haywire then. Huh?
Yeah, exactly.
Oof. That one is no good.
This New Orleans team is now in their second season as the Pelicans. The name, which was subject to some critique early on, has actually turned out to be nice for the franchise with a new group of players, new ownership, and it fits nicely into creating a new identity.
When you talk about the Pelican mascot, Steve Wingspan, a term that definitely applies to this team and the young Anthony Davis.
Yeah, it's a great name. You know, Davis was last year's leading shot blocker to go with 20 points and 10 boards a game. I mean, this guy is a potential superstar and obviously the key for this club moving forward.
It took some time, and fans might have been unsure for a while, but clearly the Pelicans have a direction for this team now, and I think they're a franchise on the rise.
And the second free throw, good.
And with the Pelicans getting a franchise big like they did with Davis always helps, but they're also active in acquiring talent to grow around him.
Now, here is Fredette. So he gets the whistle, contact on the way up, and two shots coming up.
That's his first personal foul.
For the Pelicans, getting young talent is one thing, and they want to make sure, Clark, that they got the right talent to fit alongside their stars.
Kevin, I really think sometimes the cohesiveness and the fitting of the parts is overlooked and undervalued, and the Pelicans are trying to make that a real priority. Not only do we want talent, but we want it to fit together nicely, and you got to give them kudos for that.
That's a good point. And the first one at the line is good.
Well, it's been 4 years now since the new ownership group took over in Golden State, and I think they've got to be proud of how they've turned this organization around in a short time. 2 straight trips to the playoffs. That actually equaled their total over the previous 20 seasons.
And so he hits both. And the Warrior ownership group bought the team for a then record $450 million back in 2010. But the team was recently valued, Steve, at $800 million.
Well, some of that is winning, some of that is the new CBA, but regardless, I mean, they've doubled their season ticket base to over 14,000, and they've actually cut it off there. There's a waiting list now to buy season tickets.
And so here is New Orleans, following the score by Golden State. Pass to Salmons, jacks up a 3. Warriors with the rebound. Rush the pass to Livingston. Right wing. It's stolen by Fredette. He feeds it to Anderson. He kicks it to Salmons. Five on the clock. Beyond the arc. Second shot opportunity. That's good.
Boy, he crashed the boards with purpose right there. Well-deserved second chance points for him.
Warriors leading by 10. Here is Livingston. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Off the pick, and the jumper is on the mark.
Huge advantage for them already.
And as well as they've played at both ends so far, this lead might continue to grow.
They set the screen. We've got 1:55 left here in the first quarter. 6 to shoot. Here's Davis. Great D that time from Green. Golden State's gone 4 of 5 from three-point land to get things going here in the first. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a three-point play. That sends Harrison Barnes to the free throw line. That one on Davis.
Harrison Barnes, the 7th overall pick in 2012 out of North Carolina. He's got prototypical size and athleticism for that small forward position. Still developing his overall game, but he's got enormous potential.
And Barnes, the top overall recruit in the nation coming out of high school in 2010.
Yeah, and really high expectations for him from a relatively young age. There's been some disappointment in his development, but with his work ethic, I think it's short-lived.
First personal foul, team's third.
You know, Ryan Anderson really was set up to have a big year last year. When he was on the floor, he was a laser, an absolute dead-eye shooter. But when you look at last season, all you can really take away is that he struggled to stay healthy.
And that injury for Ryan Anderson, scary stuff. Hit from behind by Gerald Wallace. I can picture it in my mind right now on that rebound play. And Steve suffered a herniated disc in his neck.
That never saw it coming. It was really a scary injury, and obviously we hope that Ryan is back and healthy because he's a great player and still so young. I mean, he's got a ton of great basketball left in him and one of the best floor spacing four-men in the NBA.
Warriors leading by 12. There's 57 seconds left to play in the first. Green left side. Spates with a screen on Davis. Green with the ball. Picked up by Davis. Clock is at 3. Goes up the baseline. Davis with the block. Now Rivers. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. And Anderson kicks to Rivers. Back to Anderson. The turnaround J. That's good.
Ryan Anderson.
24 seconds left to play here in the first. Livingston dishes to Rush. Passes it to Green. Kicks to Livingston. Feeds to Barnes. Fires from deep. And he gets the bucket. Barnes has got 6.
They've made one basket after another since getting this game started, and you wonder, is the blowout in store?
Too early to say that and go there, Steve, but it has been pretty ugly so far.
And after just 1 quarter of play, a double-digit differential on the scoreboard. Warriors ahead. They lead by 13. And we'll get things started in the second quarter when we return. Well, not exactly a close game so far, but as the second quarter starts here, plenty of time for a comeback. And a very convincing performance here from the Warriors so far.
Boy, a ton of threes in that first quarter. This team really lighting it up, guys.
Yeah, it's been an onslaught from downtown.
Warriors leading by 13, setting the floor for the Warriors. Steph, Clay, and Dre on the perimeter. Green at the 4 with Lee at the 5.
That's pretty much been the norm for them, getting their points off assists and great ball movement.
Nice rhythm and flow for this team. Tremendous communication and alertness.
Smith the pass to Holiday. Oh, that's blocked. And there's going to be a foul. He definitely made contact with the ball, and in doing so also got the body, so we'll see free throws here.
Drew Holiday, going into last season, traded from the Sixers to the Pelicans in exchange for 2 first-round picks and a win-now move for the Pelicans, clearly. But he ended up only playing a little over 2 months after a stress fracture in his ankle.
Andrew Bogut, he's checked in for Golden State. That one falls, so he hits both of them. And for Holiday, an All-Star in 2013, but Steve, he's still very young.
Yeah, just going into his 6th season in the league. And remember, he only played 1 year of college at UCLA, so still very young, still a lot of upside, very talented point guard.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to Doris Burke for an update. Hi, Doris.
Thank you, Kevin. Omer Ashik on a new team, but he's made an impression with his former squads. Jeremy Lin called him, quote, an incredible defender and a game changer. Kevin McHale said he's a big-time player in the middle. And remember, Bulls coach Tom Thibodeau raved about his intelligence, relentless drive, and willingness to play for the team. Not bad, Kevin.
One of the premier defensive centers in the league, Doris. Thanks. Warriors leading by 13. And Curry, here we go. And yes, sir, that one drops. Curry's got 15.
And he may be the guy to put this game even farther out of reach.
And Holiday kicks to Smith. Back to Holiday. There's the pick. Anderson, a screen on Iguodala. Evans goes in, too long in the paint, and he's hit with a 3-second violation. The Pelicans have put up good numbers at the charity stripe, converting 6 of 7.
Ryan Anderson, shooting 1.
And he shows the focus there, nails the technical.
The Warriors last season voted the most fun team to watch in the NBA. Easy to see why. Arguably the greatest shooting backcourt in NBA history, and a lot of great passers, too.
Anderson right side. 6 to shoot. Smith drives in. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. It's on David Lee. And you watch the Warriors, Clark. They're having fun playing out there. Great chemistry on the floor and in the locker room.
Yeah, it looks like a bit of a college atmosphere.
It does.
I mean, their harmony and chemistry is outstanding. A lot of youthful enthusiasm. And remember, despite their success, this is still one of the youngest teams in the league.
The first free throw is good.
Ryan Anderson, one of the sweetest shooting big men in the league. Deep range with that quick release. Tell you what, at his height, he doesn't need much daylight to get it off.
Both free throws good from Anderson.
And you look at Ryan Anderson, he's an efficient scorer. Like a lot of shooters, he doesn't turn it over much while getting his baskets.
Thompson from long range. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Thompson's got 11 points.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
Anderson, a screen on Curry. Holiday dishes to Smith. And there's the pass to Anderson. Smith against Thompson. Evans inside. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Chance here now for a three-point play. And three-point shooting may be never more in demand than it is right now in the NBA. And Steve, considering too that Ryan Anderson has one of the more desirable contracts in the NBA.
Yeah, well, he's a true spread four who also does a nice job of getting offensive rebounds. And it's a good combination for somebody who spends so much of his time behind the arc. Tyreek Evans signed and traded to the Pelicans last season with a big 4-year, $44 million contract. Pretty big vote of confidence for a guy whose minutes had gone down every year after his phenomenal rookie season.
Here's Curry with the three. Another three for Golden State.
Now he's starting to pick up from what he accomplished in the first quarter, where he made 3 of his three-point attempts.
Now a timeout called by New Orleans. And last season, some issues between Tyreek Evans and Coach Monty Williams. By the trade deadline, even rumored the Pelicans looking to trade him.
Yeah, I kind of heard those rumblings too. Evans expressed confusion about his role. Williams said that it had been an adjustment coaching him and criticized his mid-range game. The wires got crossed up and tangled a little bit, and hopefully they'll be able to get on the same page going forward.
Anderson, a screen on Curry. The feed to Smith. Back to Holiday. Into Smith. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2. Well, the Pelicans last season tried to make a push for the playoffs, but a slew of injuries really held them back.
But even at full strength, Kevin, this team was fighting for the 8th seed, still young and developing. You've got to give this group time to grow because I think they've got some nice pieces.
And you talk about giving the Pelicans time to grow as a young team. Ownership, not entirely content to do so. You remember at the 2013 draft, they traded away the 6th pick and this year's draft pick in exchange for Drew Holiday. So that's a win-now move.
And that's good as he hits both of his shots.
And even though Drew Holiday was an all-star in 2013, he's still in his early 20s, relatively young, really young. We'll see in time how that trade pans out on talent, but certainly for Holiday, it's given him a chance to grow with this young roster.
Thompson passes to Curry. Another three for Golden State.
They're going back to the three-point shot over and over and over.
That was the 9th straight point from behind the arc, Clark. It feels like they're finding the holes in this defense.
That's something they need to do more of. Get after it on the glass. Go get those boards.
Any extra possessions that you can get, either through steals or rebounds, are so critical in this game.
And there's the whistle, fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line.
Last season, Andrew Bogut was able to say that he was the healthiest he's been in years. And that might not seem like much, but it makes a huge difference for him to be at full strength.
And with Bogut feeling 100%, you know, he had so many injuries over the years leading up to last season that it was hard for him to really find himself once again. But when he's 100%, he's really a force in the middle.
No good on the free throw. And with Bogut, as you said, I think people forget just how impactful he can be when healthy. Everyone knows that he's an amazing defender, and he's one of the top centers in the league when he's healthy.
To have a legitimate 7-footer who can move and pass the ball as well as Bogut does, that does wonders for a team at both ends of the floor.
And no good on the second free throw, so he goes 0 for 2 there.
Well, Andrew Bogut possesses really great size and above-average athleticism, but I really think it's his basketball IQ that sets him apart. He's got outstanding instincts, especially at the defensive end of the floor.
Gordon against Thompson. And that's out of bounds. New Orleans will retain possession.
Yeah, so close to picking that pass off, guys.
At least he got a hand on it. He did what he needed to do to make sure it didn't hit the target.
The shot by Holiday. Nobody around. The good-looking shot from the wing. Holiday's got 4 this quarter. You talk about Bogut's IQ of the game. Steve, a great passer offensively.
He is. He's one of those guys who has a good feel for the game. He sets good screens. He understands angles. He's got a lot of veteran tricks about him. You know, things that maybe the referees don't catch. So a guy who can really help your team win.
Here's Holiday. Makes it off the glass. Holiday's got 8 points.
I've really appreciated their activity in the post today. I mean, their movement down low has been great.
Yep, ball movement, player movement. They're generating a lot of easy opportunities for themselves down there.
Iguodala, that's a 2-pointer, and another basket for Golden State.
You know, one aspect of their play today that's really been tight and far superior is their passing.
Agreed. I mean, you look at the points, I mean, they're getting a lot of baskets off of assists, so the offense really clicking here.
And Holiday kicks to Anderson. The Warriors pull it in. Bogut's got his 3rd rebound tonight. Curry dishes to Lee. Golden State moving it around. And stolen by Gordon. Here's Evans, and he gets it to go. Evans has got 4 points this quarter.
That's a nice play there. The more contributors this team can get, the better.
Curry kicks to Lee. Back to Curry. Evans against Thompson. Dishes it to Curry. Clock at 6. Shot on the wing, and another basket for Golden State.
And fellas, in this quarter, he's improved on what was already a very good performance in period number 1.
To the inside. Ashik with the bucket.
They are not rotating nearly quickly enough on defense down low. Got to get quicker there.
And even if it costs them some foul trouble, I mean, they need to start putting some bodies on bodies. Be physical.
Up top, Curry, guarded by Holiday. Curry attacking.
Steph Curry known for his great shooting, and rightly so, but a well-rounded player. In fact, he tied for 2nd in the NBA last season with 3 triple-doubles.
On the night, he's gone 2 for 2 at the stripe.
And he was just a shade under 90% from the free throw line last season.
Yeah, those were fine numbers he posted at the line. It was hard to find fault with anything he did from the stripe. You know, Curry is playing extremely well. He's got 24 points, and he's unleashed a barrage of 3-pointers on him.
Well, you got that right. You can tell he's on target because as soon as the ball leaves his hands, it looks like every single one of them's going in.
Davis is checked in for Ryan Anderson. Stephen Curry hits them both. Here's Gordon. 7 points in the game. He dishes it to Evans. Pass to Holiday. Evans outside. Pass to Gordon. Back to Evans. Shot clock at 6. Holiday goes in. And Curry pulls it down.
And Steph Curry's first triple-double, how about this? It happened early last season, and it only took him 3 quarters of play. And what was an early statement game for the Warriors against the hapless Sixers, Steph showed them who was in charge that night.
Holiday against Curry. And Holiday kicks to Gordon. Outside Holiday.
Such a solid performance for them inside. Their rebounding has been terrific.
Yeah, that's just one of the few things that have gone their way today.
Curry gets the bucket.
They have repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid dividends.
Yeah, it sure has, Clark. I mean, with as many points as they've gotten in the paint, they really haven't had to do much on the perimeter.
On the wing, Gordon. He's covered by Thompson. Can't cash in from close range.
That's not an opportunity he fails to convert very often.
And here is Barnes. He has 6. And good on the basket. Book it.
Those defenders look like they're out of gas. I mean, they're getting pushed around on the low block.
Well, their energy is lacking, and they've got to start playing harder and battle down in the paint.
Evans kicks to Holiday. Eric Gordon on the wing. Holiday with it. He's got 8. Floats one up.
Well, he hasn't had much success shooting the ball, but it's not too late for him to get it turned around and start contributing.
Now let's send it to Doris from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, Steve Kerr taking over as head coach of the Warriors, a 5-time NBA champion. His focus is on creating sustained success. He said, we've got a chance to be really good for the next decade. Let's just take a swing every year and be consistent with our efforts, and we'll have our chances. And we get to watch him, Kevin.
Looking to build something that'll last. Thank you, Doris. Barnes passes to Livingston. The dish to Green. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
And things are going to come way too easy for him if he can get that deep post position.
I agree with you, Steve. You got to deny him the ball down there as best you can.
Rivers kicks to Gordon. There's the pick. Out left to the wing. Shot to stop the run. And Rivers gets it to go in on the assist by Eric Gordon.
Defense just has to fight over the top of those screens.
Especially when the ball is in his hands. I mean, he doesn't miss too many open shots.
Livingston dishes to Barnes. All alone. The shot misses. So the Pelicans will take it the other way. Davis setting the pick for Gordon. He kicks to Davis. Uses both hands to slam it down.
Boy, that's some physical basketball out there. I'm glad I'm not in the middle of that. A hard pick and an assault on the bucket.
Old school stuff there.
Yeah, there was a lot to like on that play.
The drive by Green. Livingston passes to Green. Livingston kicks to Barnes. Ashik pulls it in. Ashik's got 6 rebounds in the game.
Another finish at the bottom of the division for the Pelicans last year, but they showed that they're working towards something, and I think they could be a playoff team in the coming years.
1:32 left to play in the first half. Livingston dishes to Barnes. And Rush kicks to Spates. Just his first attempt, and he gets it to go.
You know, they've been so effective when they've been able to get the ball inside.
Some real shortcomings from this defense. I mean, they've given up 5 straight looks in the paint.
Davis setting the pick for Rivers. Gordon kicks to Rivers. Salmons for the 3. And again, New Orleans with the triple.
Things finally starting to come together for them. The deficit is still pretty big, but at least they're taking steps in the right direction.
Yeah, I think they're doing all they can do. Playing tough D, getting stops, and then taking good care of the basketball at the other end.
And here's Barnes for 3. Ashik comes up with the rebound. Ashik's got rebound number 7 for him tonight.
In this quarter, he's really been off the mark. He just looks a little bit unsettled.
Barnes kicks to Green. His three-pointers off the mark. And the Pelicans with the possession. They've outscored him 10 points to 2 during this run. Gordon goes in, and that's out of bounds. New Orleans will retain possession. New Orleans making a switch here. "16 seconds left in the first half. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Salmons. Great D on that shot, and it's off the mark. Got it up. No luck. And through the first half, a pretty lopsided affair. Warriors lead by 18. And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
Thank you, Kevin. Steph, what's been the key to what's working well out there for you guys right now?
Defensive end, rebound the ball, keeping him off the glass, and being able to execute an offensive end.
Steph, thank you so much. Plenty of ingredients to a solid effort, Kevin.
Thanks so much, Doris, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back in there for the start of the third quarter after this break.